Hello, and thanks for coming back, you guys. I'm Serene the Healer, and this is your reading in Reiki for the month of March 2021. Alright, I'm back. Forgive me, Aries. I went to go Google and make sure this is the god of desire. I didn't actually run down and grab the book for the Wild Unknown Archetypes deck. So I will add in the description in case that I got this interpretation wrong. But just looking at the card, I believe that was the interpretation that she was going for with this card. All right, first for me and then for you. All right, we got the Seven of Cups, followed by the Four of Wands in reverse. In the middle of the reading, we have the Three of Wands, then the Page of Swords reversed, sorry, I'm getting something from that one that I didn't notice at first, and then lastly, the Knight of Pentacles. Wow. Okay, Aries. This is gonna be kind of stereotypical, but I really feel like this is a message about jumping in too soon. Jumping in without much forethought. It's like maybe you got overwhelmed with too many options, or maybe you just got overwhelmed with too much emotion. But this month, your biggest, I don't want to say setback, but that's kind of, that's the only word that's right at the tip of my tongue right now. It's like your biggest challenge or lesson is going to be in the arena of an impulsive decision or thing that you start or something that you jump into without lining up the energy for it first, basically. When I say lining up the energy, I mean like instead of thinking, okay, this is stupid, but let's go, you know, you're in one accord, head and heart, mind, everything is all in agreement with, okay, let's do this, you know. And I feel like whatever you end up starting or jumping into, this month, yeah, it's not going to be from that type of a place. And so when it folds up on you, you are going to kind of have a moment of wanting to throw the whole thing away. You know, it's not necessarily it doesn't look like a typical fire sign blow up. It more looks to me like throwing in the towel and just washing your hands of the whole situation. Like, okay, I don't know why I thought that was a good idea anyway, deuces, you know? And then you just, peace out feeling defeated, you know? With the specific cards that came out, the fact that we don't have any majors, the highest card is Knight of Pentacles. Like, it doesn't feel like this is going to be a very a situation with any really huge consequences. It's just something, it's a lesson about jumping in, being pulled by desire into something that isn't, a fully baked plan, right? And so, I don't know, I feel like that's a typical pattern or story for an Aries. The reason why I was like, oh, this is kind of stereotypical. But I do also get the sense that this is something that the people who would click to watch this video are getting really good at not doing anymore. And so even with this thing, when you make the decision, you're like, either way, even if it doesn't work out, I'm gonna be all right. Even when you make that decision, that's part of it. It's kind of in the back of your head, because you do have a feeling that something's gonna go off with it. The thing that you're expecting to go off isn't likely to be the thing that does go off, and that's kind of why it impacts you in the way to where you're like, ugh, ew, I'm done. I'm disgusted. Like, but yeah, let's check out the energy behind the scenes. Let's look at the message behind the message. Let's see. Ooh. 8 of Pentacles reversed. So maybe it's like a choice to like not put any effort into something. Maybe that's why you're willing to just kind of, fly by the seat of your pants, because you don't have much invested in it either way. We got the 6 of Wands reversed, the Emperor reversed, the Knight of Wands, ooh, and then the 9 of Swords. All right. So for some of you, it's going to be a slightly bigger deal than I thought initially. On the inside. So even though in life, in the physical plane of what this actually pertains to, it's not that big of a deal, it's gonna hit you harder And I think it's going to be because of somebody else's reaction to seeing things fall apart for you. That's not going to feel good. And this could be something like you challenge somebody to arm wrestle. You challenge somebody to a foot race real quick, right? And then everything goes wrong against you and you lose. And someone else on the sidelines thinks it is the funniest thing they have ever seen in their life, right? And so, you know, you make fun of them a little bit, or you say something, you know, back to kind of level the playing field or whatever. But later, you're still like, dude, why was that so funny? Like, really? So this is me putting it on the smallest scale possible, of course. You guys know that I'm kind of, I'm a bright sider. I like to look at things from the light side, the lightest way possible. Mainly for the fact that we're looking at the next month in advance. You know, we are looking into some energy that is going to change, but the way that it changes is depending on where your set point is. And so by looking at this and encouraging a lighthearted set point, my goal is for it to, you know, play out for you in a good way, or at least play out in a positive way to where you get some good benefit from it. And that's why you always see me pull the activation card at the end and flow the Reiki, because even when these cards come out as heavy as can be and there's no bright siding it, it's a situation that is not going to have much of a silver lining, that activation card is still like our little, you know, seed, our little nugget of hope from spirit telling us, okay, but if you look at it from this perspective, okay, if you come at it from this angle, then that's how you get your lesson from it anyways, or that's how you get a gift from it anyways. All right, so I don't know, I just felt compelled to stop and explain that to you guys before we pull your activation for March. I am hoping that you will pause and really fix your stare on the middle of the activation card for a few seconds to get the activation, and then relax and receive the energy, the Reiki energy that I'm going to flow to you, and then come back again in 2 weeks. I know last month I didn't get a lot of the videos out in time for that, and that was, I'm blaming the Mercury retrograde, because my phone did not want to upload the video into YouTube in the first place for me to edit them. But this month, I think I'm going to get them out in time. I want you guys to come back in 2 weeks and get that activation again. The way that I set up my prayer at the beginning when I pull these cards, my intention is that by 2 weeks from, you know, the beginning of the month, 2 weeks into the month, you will already have an idea of how this is playing out for you. And so that activation is going to be much more powerful at that point. And then the Reiki, you will be more open to receive it than you were the first time, and you will get the full benefit from that. So you want to definitely come back in a couple weeks and at least watch the healing and get the activation the second time. All right. Ooh, Emergence is your activation card. And let's get started. Breathe